Hi, this is Mason from TopTropicals, coming to you from rainy Florida. In today's showcase video, we are introducing Ylang Ylang, or Chanel No. 5. There's a beautiful example of a tree in full bloom right next to me. Enjoy the show. Meow. Two people and one plant participated in the creation of the world-famous fragrance, Chanel No. 5. The inventors of this renowned perfume were Gabriel Coco Chanel and Ernest Beau. Beau was born in 1881 in Moscow and was the son of the owner of the perfumery company Rallet, which delivered perfumery to the imperial court. He later became Rallet's director. When Beau immigrated after the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917, the factory continued to exist, and in Soviet times was called the Red Moscow. If it hadn't been for the revolution, Red Moscow and Chanel No. 5 would have remained unknown. Chanel asked Beau to make an ideal smell for the woman. In 1921, he presented two series of samples, from the 1st to the 5th and from the 20th to the 24th. Chanel chose the 5th, which consisted of the aromas of a rose, a jasmine, and the Ylang Ylang flowers. When questioned about giving it a name, she answered that the collection would be on sale on the 5th day of the 5th month, and consequently it was called Chanel No. 5. In the 1950s, a quip from Marilyn Monroe created instant worldwide popularity for Chanel No. 5. When asked by journalists what she wore in bed, Marilyn smiled and said, "Chanel No. 5. Ylang Ylang is a large evergreen tropical tree of the Ananaceae family, which grows to 100 feet in height. It has dropping branches of yellow, long-petaled flowers whose fragrance can be smelled from a distance of 30 feet or more. It originated in Indonesia and is widely distributed through Southeast Asia, the Philippines, and the Polynesian Islands. Ylang Ylang grows from seeds and begins to bloom in 3 or 4 years. The flower changes color from pale green to lemon yellow. Old flowers have a dark yellow color with brown spots and are about 2 inches long with narrow petals gracefully hanging down, reminding one of an elegant accessory for a luxurious designer evening dress. In addition to its wonderful fragrance, the plant blooms practically year-round. Its branches are entirely covered with clusters of flowers and dark green oval fruits. Ripe fruits have a black color. Unlike some Ananaceae, Ylang Ylang fruits are not used in foods. However, they are quite edible and have the tart but pleasant aroma of a conifer or a juniper. Ylang Ylang branches are entirely covered with clusters of flowers. Even when not in bloom, the tree is very beautiful with branches that look like those of Christmas trees. Its leaves are large, dark green, and are located on the branch in pairs, which creates the illusion of a Christmas tree. In Tagalog, one of the most widespread language of the Philippines, Ylang Ylang means a flower of all flowers. The Philippine legend tells about a married couple who had everything in their life except children. In a dream, the gods came to them and promised to grant them a daughter, provided that the girl should never touch a man when she matures. The girl was named Lang, or flower. She grew to be a true beauty, and there was no lack of men asking to marry her, but her parents guarded her in order not to break the agreement with the gods. One day, when the parents were not at home, Lang went to her garden to collect a bouquet of flowers. Unexpectedly, there appeared a young man who for a long time had been in love with her. He held her by her hand and said, "I love you, be my wife." Instantly, the girl disappeared, turning into a small tree with very fragrant flowers. "Lang, Lang," cried the young man. Since that day, it is said that the young man continues to wander the magic garden, calling out her name throughout eternity. The flowers of the Ylang Ylang are pollinated by night moths. Therefore, the most intensive smell is released from dusk until dawn. The flowers to be used by the distillation process are picked at sunrise, when their aroma is the most intense. The flowers are used directly for preparation of fragrant soaps, candles, and other products. We put a flower on our car's dashboard. When it was heated by the sun, it let out a delightful aroma that lasted several days and was far better than any air freshener. In the Philippines, Ylang Ylang flowers were considered good for driving away malicious spirits. In Indonesia, it was prized as an aphrodisiac, and the flowers were scattered on the beds of newly married. In China, the clothes of the people who could afford it were sprayed with Ylang Ylang oil before storing them in chests. The smell of a winter coat pulled up from a chest was certainly more pleasant than the smell of naphthalene that is used now. Besides perfumery, Ylang Ylang flowers also had medicinal applications. In the Philippines, the flowers were crushed and applied to the sites of insect stings and snake bites. The oil was also used for skin and hair because it was thought to improve hair growth. It is now fashionable in aromatherapy to use Ylang Ylang oil to alleviate stress, anxiety, and high blood pressure. Since it is considered a calming aroma, you can probably keep your neighbor's aggressive dog at bay by planting Ylang Ylang in your yard. In addition to Chanel No. 5, Ylang Ylang is used in other perfumes such as Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, Poison by Christian Dior, and Elise Fields by Guerlain. Cananga odorata is an excellent landscape tree, and its features are numerous. Number 1. It is very fast growing. You'll have a mature tree in no time. Number 2. Its nice columnar shape requires no special pruning. Number 3. Its roots are non-invasive. Number 4. It has practically no pest problems. Number 5. It is not messy because it doesn't drop any leaves, and it's evergreen. Number 6. Its branches are flexible in the wind. Number 7. It blooms almost year-round and will suffuse all of your neighborhood with a fine fragrance. Even though Cananga odorata is considered to be a tropical plant, it prospers in most subtropical zones and once established can survive short periods of cold, above 30 degrees Fahrenheit at least. As a landscape tree, the Ylang Ylang is extremely fast growing and big. Once planted in the ground, the tree reaches its maturity within only 1 to 2 years, starts blooming, and creates a nice, almost Christmas tree-like canopy with drooping branches. Since in only a few years it can become as high as 60 feet tall and 15 feet wide, you need to plan ahead. At the same time, the Ylang Ylang's roots are not invasive, so it shouldn't damage driveways or pavements. Sometimes, creative gardeners who lack room in their gardens train the plant into a shrub. Such a compact Ylang Ylang will still provide wonderful perfumed flowers year-round. The procedure must be started as early as on 8 to 10 inch seedling by pinching the very top point of growth. Don't wait until the seedling becomes too woody, or when you plant it in the ground, the tree will sprout up a long stem. If done in time, trimming can create a nice shrubby look. Growing Cananga odorata requires some patience. Just be careful with your plant, and the rewards will be great. Make sure you visit TopTropicals social media pages, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit TopTropicals website. And our boss, Mr. Barcy, reminds you that you always need tropical plants in your life.